Hey guys, welcome to our presentation. My name is Zoe.
I'm Lauren.
I'm Katie.
I'm Hannah. And we're talking about technology use in aiding children with disabilities in the classroom. So first we're going to start it off with some different disabilities that you might encounter as an educator in the classroom. So we listed hearing loss, vision loss that can inhibit kids in the classroom when they're doing schoolwork. Also ASD, learning disabilities like dyslexia and ADD. Mobile disabilities, so any problems that kids might have with like writing or getting around the classroom. And then emotional depressive disorders, which could also affect their classroom or their classwork because they're distracted when they're doing their work. And then also health disorders. So these might be like epilepsy, migraines, MS, stuff that they might not be able to come to school for because they're out sick, so they might fall behind in the classroom.
So for my section, I just talked about like the social, culture, and historical aspects of technology. And it started with social. Right now, today's time that we see a lot of technology in the classroom, the biggest part of technology that's really advanced this time is apps with helping kids that are like not mobile, and also just kids that need a schedule. So kids with autism that need like a schedule laid out for them. Kids that only talk through like pictures. Some that don't speak, they're mute. So then you really need to use the apps. So I have two apps up here called My Talk Tool and Voice for You. Those are two apps that you can buy on Android or Apple app websites to get to help cater to kids with disabilities along those lines. And then also with cultural, it's so, like as I said, it's so mainstream to see technology in the, is that fine? Hey guys, I got it. Okay, so it's, like I said, it's really mainstream, and in our culture, you see technology everywhere. You see kids using technology, but you don't realize how much it's been used. Like for me, I use technology in the way of it, like to scan papers and for them to be read to me, and then also for like just to like get test taking and stuff like that. I really am the use of technology as long with like tape recorders. So like books on tape and stuff are really like helpful, even though that's stuff that's been around for so long. They're still used today and have advanced to new eras of being on the App Store, being free to get instead of more like having to like record and now just take. And then also with historical, we just talked about how technology is advanced. And to start out in 1960, Piaget and Heartbeat, I think I'm saying that wrong, was the first to introduce technology into the classroom. They found that technology can help find something that children will enjoy. So they brought that in 1960, and then in 2000, the SRI International reported that the 3 benefits to technology in the classroom. So engagement, group engagement, group work, frequent interactions and feedback, and connection to real world and contact. And then nowadays we see technology in both mainstream and SPED classrooms.
Okay, so I looked at media and awareness, and a lot of what the media covers on this topic is all very positive, and it's talking about how it should be in the classroom and different ways for teachers to put in the classroom. And on the slide, I put some articles that I saw when I Googled it, and also social media is also a good way for people with disabilities to post their own videos to get the awareness out there about this assistive technology they're using. And a video that I couldn't get, though, was a video I watched in a different class, was about a girl who did a presentation in college who had cerebral palsy on her computer board, and the school actually did not count the speech as her actually talking, even though previously they did. So there's still some struggles. Yeah. Okay. And then this is a video that you guys can check out. It's a cute, funny video about a guy with cerebral palsy and his mission to find a rainbow bagel
In New York City.
in New York City.
Gonna watch hers.
No, they can
Okay.
Okay. So what can we do as educators? Well, I found an article that talked about how using technology can help integrate children with special needs into mainstream classes, which is pretty cool because, I mean, we want them to be in as normal as an environment as they can be. So to be able to be in a mainstream classroom would be really cool. And then it lists for like when they're regularly using this kind of technology in their SPED classes, it can lead to both academic and non-academic benefits, such as having greater academic success, achieving greater levels of independence, being able to self-advocate, challenging themselves, and seeking out new opportunities that they wouldn't have had before. And then just kind of my own opinion, I think that as teachers we should basically be advocates for getting these types of technology for these tools for kids. And I think all of us are wanting to be gen ed teachers, not SPED teachers, but I think that just having the knowledge that there is this technology is important because maybe it's useful for like a child that you have in your class that's not been like officially diagnosed yet. So like being able to suggest it if you're in an IEP meeting or to an IEP team, and also just to help parents and other teachers if like other teachers ask you what you want to use or what you use or what you know about, or parents too if they have any ideas. So I found a cool website that we can link that has all kinds of different tools for all different things, different apps, different computer programs, and we're going to talk about some of those tools next. So this website's really cool. You can like search for any type of disability. You can put in the cost that you're looking to spend. You can put in basically anything to search for what you're looking for. So a few of them that we found, one of the first ones I found was VoiceThread, which I put on here because we use VoiceThread a lot here at CI. So I thought that was kind of cool. It'd be good for someone who is maybe not so great at writing or typing. They could record instead. And then there's one called Sounding Board, which is what I have. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a picture on here. It's actually a free app, so if you want to download it, you can from the Apple Store. But basically, it uses like symbols and pictures for speech. So if someone has a speech impairment, they can, for example, there's like a picture of $1, and you can click on that, and it would say how much is. So you can like create a story with pictures and then it speaks it out. And then another one was called Cool Speech, which is just some technology that converts any kind of written text into spoken word. So for people with visual impairments, they can hear it instead. And then one called Brain Fingers, which is a type of technology that has hands-free allows for hands-free control of a computer. So it uses like brain signals and body signals to control the computer. And then the last one that I thought was really cool was FootTime Foot Mouse, which is a computer mouse that's used with your foot instead of your hand. So if you have like an orthopedic impairment that has something to do with your hands, you can control a computer with your foot. Yeah, and then I think Lauren has a few more.
Yeah, so the last two on here are called Do As Me Writing Assistant. That one is one for kids with like dyslexia, where their teacher and them can write at the same time. So when they're on their iPad writing, their teacher's writing on another iPad, and it's showing the student like how to create the letters. So they like know how to like write the right way, I guess. And they don't mix up their letters. And then the last one is called Story Patch. This one you can make your own storybook using pictures. So it's kind of similar to the Sounding Board one, right? So in order to create their stories, they're just using pictures, and then they can also have an option to add words too if they want. But it's really good for like visual learners, so they can like put the text with words. The last one, I didn't put as a bullet point, but it's called Storyline Online, and it's through the SAG Association, so all the movie stars. And basically what it is it's a website with a bunch of children's stories on it. And celebrities are reading the storybooks. So for like little kids in preschool or for even children with like autism or ADHD, it's a really good way to center their focus. So they're seeing this celebrity reading this book, but it's also illustrating the story for them. So it uses the illustrations from the books and kind of like brings them to life. And some of the stories have more of a purpose. Some of them are just for fun. So one that I read, I watched, was about this shark who had like problems staying attentive in class. So his teacher like taught him ways, like little rhymes that he could say to himself in order for him to like accomplish his daily tasks. So that's something that educators use with like children with autism to repeat in their head or like to do their things sequentially and have their like little routines. So it's kind of cool to see it through this animated character, something that they might be doing in the class as well, like in their daily life. So it's pretty cool. You should check that out.
Those are our sources.